So currently, I am here at the Home Care Nursery polling center, where Honorable Ursula Owusu has just cast her vote at the 1B center. So she's here with me. Let's have a short interaction with her. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How has the process been so far?
So far, it's been very, very smooth. In the few polling stations that I've been able to visit this morning, everything is going on smoothly. People are casting their ballot. There are no issues with either the biometric verification device, the polling material, or the elections officials. There's only one polling center, step by step, where the presiding officer was not at post as at 8:30. But the Electoral Commission was aware of it and was going to send a replacement. In every other polling station, there was just one or two, there were slight delays with receipt of some elections material. But as I speak now, I haven't got any report that anything is going on, and everything is going on smoothly. I cast my ballot. I was easily verified by the machine, and my name was easily located in the voters' register, and the process went on smoothly. If things continue at this rate, we're on course to have one of the best elections we've ever had. There are few people who were agitated because they had been in the queue for a while. But there are certain polling centers too, like here, where there are no queues. So it depends on how people register. There was a lot of pressure here in the early days of the registration. So a lot of people flocked here to register. But when they split it, this polling station has very few people. It's the first two which are choked. But even there, you don't have more than 650 people on the register. And so I'm hopeful that by 3 o'clock at most people would have cast their ballot. And there'll just be a few, the usual last minute people walking in to come and vote. But so far, so very good. As at, what time is it now? 10:20, 25. I'm fairly satisfied with the pace of the elections. And no incident has occurred. And so we're hopeful that it will continue like this for the rest of the day.
So, Honorable, what are the chances like for you in terms of retaining your seat? How positive are you to retain your seat this election?
We've done our bit. The rest of it is in the hands of God. But I'm very confident that we will retain this seat, and Nana Akufo-Addo would also retain the presidency. Based on our track record here, we've done a lot of developmental work in the past 4 years. Our roads are being fixed, hospitals are being built, police stations have been built, sporting facilities for the youth have been built. Some have got jobs, street lights have been done, small loans have been given, assistance and skills training have been given to quite a lot of people. So almost every sector has been impacted by the good governance of Ursula Owusu and the MPP and Nana Akufo-Addo. Of course, when it comes to free SHS, majority of people in this constituency have either benefited from it or know somebody who has. The COVID interventions, people are still clamoring for rice, which I found very interesting. But some indicated that they didn't get any of the COVID relief items. So where we can, we top it up. But they still appreciate the fact that the government stepped up to the plate and gave people assistance when they needed it most. Some are still receiving the COVID loans, and so they're happy about that. They're enjoying the free water and electricity. So all in all, most of the interventions that the government has put in place nationally, we've also got our fair share of. And then locally in the constituency too, we've seen significant development in the past 4 years. So I'm confident that based on my interaction with the people, that they'll return me to Parliament to continue to represent them.
Okay, so what more should the constituents of Ablekuma West expect from you if you should retain seats in the next 4 years?
We couldn't have solved all our problems in the last 4 years, but they've seen that we've made significant inroads, and so they're hopeful that what's remaining will be resolved. There's still quite a number of roads that need attention paid to it. There's some communities that also need jobs. The young people, for example, they need jobs. We still have issues with security in some parts of the constituency, and they're clamoring for post offices to be put up there. Basic infrastructure is still lacking in certain parts of the constituency, particularly in Upetekwe and certain parts of Shiabu as well, but we're working on that. And so we've been to the transport operators, and they also want work and pay taxis and buses for their work, which we've assured them that we would liaise with the authorities to ensure that they also get it. So there's still a fair bit of work left to be done. And since we've already started making interventions to see to their resolution. And so we'll just continue from where we've left off. And that's why we've been saying that we need 4 more to do more. That's the essence of that message that we've been giving, 4 more to do more. Because we've done a lot, but there's still a lot left to be done. And we need more time to be able to push forward the developmental agenda of this government and ensure that every sector is touched even more than they've been touched by the work of the New Patriotic Party. I'm confident that Nana Akufo-Addo would also be retained, and because Ghanaians generally see in him an honest person who abides by his pledges and his promises, who has a heart for the people and is visionary and bold enough to take the needed decisions at the time they're needed. And if you look at all our interventions in health, in education, in agriculture, in road infrastructure and other infrastructure, in digitization, it's phenomenal, the amount of work that has been done in the past 4 years. So we're hopeful that even more and better interventions would be our lot, will benefit us when Nana Akufo-Addo is also giving another 4 years as President of the Republic of Ghana. We've done, in a short time, despite the COVID challenges, I think we've done an excellent campaign in the past 3-4 months, and the message has gone down to the people. Even children are shouting all over the place, 4 more, number 1. And so I'm confident that they would also help advocate for us with their parents, and the majority of Ghanaians would vote for the NPP. And number 1.
So, Honorable, the government is big on digitization. So, over the years, there has been numerous interventions, including the free Wi-Fi for SHS students. Now, if the NPP should be retained in power, what more should Ghanaians expect in the digitization agenda?
We've built, or are in the process of completing the digital infrastructure on which various services would ride. It's not enough to just have the infrastructure in the cities. We need to extend that infrastructure to all parts of the country, and we are on course to do that. We're just rolling out 2016 cell sites to the most remote parts of the country. And so far, in about a month, we've done 200 already. Once that is in place, you can layer on it all manner of applications and services. So we're having more digital payment systems being rolled out, like the QR code. There will be more. The mobile device itself will be a payments device, would have a more robust linkage of all the various databases we have, so that the national ID card will be the single identifier for all transactions in this country. And they're in the process of linking up with health insurance, SNIT, the DVLA, births and deaths. Once that is in place, you only need to type in your national ID number. And depending on which institution you're working in or what kind of authorization you have, you can pull down the details of whichever individual you are interacting with. We hope that, and we know that that will make government to citizen and citizen to government and business to business interactions easier. It will enhance transparency and the fight against corruption. We are in the process of rolling out a payments and applications platform for applying for all government goods and services, like we've done for passports and driver's licenses. So you apply electronically, pay for it electronically, you'll send notification that your application and payment has been received, and then you'll send notification that whatever service you applied for is ready. You walk in, you pick it up. It's cutting out the Guru voice. It's expediting interactions. It's promoting more certainty and trust in government interactions with the people. And it will be rolled out to all ministries, departments, and agencies providing a service to the public. It also assures that government revenue gets to the consolidated fund without leaking into individuals' pockets. And we know that that will reduce corruption. Of course, those who are benefiting from the imperfect system we have now will kick against it. But change management is also part of the process that we factored in. And we're hopeful that once that architecture is in place, just as now it's easy to apply for and pay for and receive your passports, it will be easy for every other service as well. We'll be setting up e-services centers across the country where people can even go to learn and acquire digital skills. And we're working with the International Telecoms Union to transform the community information centers that we currently have into digital transformation centers, and are layering on it a World Food Programme project for farmers, which will provide them with up-to-date information digitally to enable them enhance their operations. So all in all, once the digital infrastructure is in place, it facilitates education, health, transportation, you name it, farming, agriculture, e-commerce, our judiciary and the security agencies, the work that they are doing. So we're bent on putting in place that digital infrastructure so that we make it easy for citizens to engage with all government ministries, departments and agencies, and give them a reporting portal as well. So if something is going wrong, they can easily report it to the authority. We've set up a call center for the Ministry of Information, 311, which is currently ongoing. So we have quite a few interesting ideas. We're working with the Ministry of Education to set up a learning management system for all public universities to facilitate their provision of distance education, even for those free SHS graduates who can't get physical spaces in the universities. And for all of us who also want to upgrade our skills, we can do so from the comfort of our homes. It will enable all the universities to provide common content so that we can standardize the work, the study, learning and teaching at that level as well. The Ministry of Education itself will be setting up a digital education unit to take care of all these interactions in addition to the free SHS as well. It's important to put up an operations and management system and constant evaluation to ensure that upgrades are done when necessary, the system doesn't break down, and it's easy to also maintain that system. So all of that and more will be done in our next term in office. Truly, digital interactions are indispensable for every aspect of our lives currently, of our contemporary life worldwide. And Ghana cannot be left behind as well. But you need robust infrastructure. We need the network to be on when we need it, and it has to be affordable as well. So we're working with the telcos as well to ensure that that is done. We're also going to mandate national roaming. So it doesn't matter which network you're on. If you get to an area where that network is weak, it can hop onto the strongest network there, and then you pay as you would if you were on your own network. It will also be done internationally. It's COVID that has slowed it down. We're doing it for West Africa, but COVID has slowed it down. We'll be giving a March 2021 deadline to complete the national and international roaming as well. So we're on course. And once all of that is done, we'll find that it's easy to get robust service wherever you are in this country, regardless of which network you're on, without an increase in the tariffs that you pay.
Honorable, any last words for the people of Ablekuma West and Ghanaians in general?
If anybody is watching us who hasn't yet voted, they should go out and vote and cast their ballot. And I'll urge them all to vote for number one, for us to continue the good work that we're doing. For Ablekuma West, you know me, so vote for Ursula to continue with all the many developmental interventions that we're putting in place. And I keep telling them that if we haven't got to your place yet, it's only a matter of time. Some will happen in the morning, some in the afternoon, some in the evening. So let's all be patient. In due course, we would all feel the benefit of the good governance that the NPP provides.